breezy.
No. We're gonna call it breathable underwear.
So the guy's fixing the projector for the next showing. That's pretty cool.
Alright guys, so I saw Dunkirk in 70mm film. That's the first time I see a movie that way. And if you guys seen my last review for Valerian, you guys know that I'm actually not home. And I'm actually on a vacation in a beach in Mexico. There you go. There's perfect view of the beach. And this is the big hotel room. It's not even a hotel room, it's more of an apartment. But I'm here for my cousin's birthday. It's her birthday today, but they're eating right now. But let's get to the review. By the way, I was gonna film my review outside like I did with Valerian, but my cousin's outside, so I'm just gonna record it inside. Dunkirk is based on a true story and it is directed by Christopher Nolan. It's basically about how these soldiers, these British soldiers get stuck on a beach, and of course their enemies, the Germans, are attacking. So this is basically a story of survival and a story of how they're taking all these soldiers away from this beach and, you know, just trying to get away from there. I'm just gonna say this because I know a lot of people are gonna be let down. This is not a war film. Like I said, this is a film about survival, just with a bit of elements of war thrown into it. All the performances in this movie are really good. Harry Styles really surprised the hell out of me. Who knew that this guy could act? He comes from One Direction, and who knew that he's actually a really good actor? So yeah, Harry Styles is really good in this movie, and so is the main character, if he's even the main character in this movie. But Mark Rylance, he has a very well done performance in this movie. The writing in this movie, there's not one problem I had with the writing in this movie. It was all perfect. Now this is trying to tell a story, and it does a really good job at doing so, of course, of how these men are stranded in the beach and they're trying to get away. And you know, the storytelling here is so well done. I think some of the best scenes in this movie are easily when Tom Hardy is flying the plane and, you know, he's trying to shoot at the other enemy, and I think that's some really good directing there. Just that something that really bugged me about this movie is how they tried to add a little bit more storyline into this movie just to make the movie a bit longer, because, you know, this movie is an hour and 47 minutes long, and Christopher Nolan is known for making movies over 2 hours long. If it's the Dark Knight movies, then 3 hours long. When they're trying to add a little bit more storyline to this movie, I'm just in my seat, and I just really want more of those scenes when the soldiers are trying to escape the beach, or when Tom Hardy is flying his plane, because those are the scenes that you really want to watch from this movie. And the intensity in this movie, it's 100. It's so damn intense. This is one of the most intense movies I've seen all year, if not the most intense movie I've seen this year. But one thing that really bugged me about this movie is how this movie is told from different perspectives. Again, you just want to see more new things happening, and then you're like, we already watched that scene before, why is it being told again? We all know that it's from a different perspective, but I don't think it's necessary. Just that I didn't feel like it needed to be told this way. That's just what kind of really bugged me about Dunkirk, but overall, I still think this is a really good movie. I think you should definitely go check out this movie. And definitely, if you can, try to see this movie in 70mm film. I think it's such a good way to view this movie. I mean, I would have watched this movie in IMAX, but I kind of wanted to see this movie in 70mm, because if I would have watched this movie in IMAX, it would have been from a digital projection. And since 70mm is, you know, it's film and all that, it's usually more brighter. And my theater was the only theater in Nevada that was playing this movie in 70mm film, so at the same time, I felt pretty fortunate. And yes, you see those black spots and the white spots, but that's just a part of the 70mm experience. And that's why I love watching this movie that way, because it just gives you a throwback to how movies were projected back then. So if any theater near you is playing Dunkirk in 70mm film, take the chance. It's probably the only chance you're gonna get to watch this movie in 70mm film. So definitely watch it this way. if it's available near you. Other than that, Christopher Nolan did it again, and that's why I'm gonna say that Dunkirk is definitely a full price worthy film, and that's why I'm gonna give Dunkirk an A-. So definitely watch it in theaters. Watching this movie in theaters is an actual experience. Well, actually, the only way to experience this movie is to watch it in 70mm film or in IMAX, or if your theater offers 70mm IMAX. But other than that, have you guys seen Dunkirk? What did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'm actually about to head back to Vegas. I'm about to head to the airport. So I'm kind of sad to leave Mexico, but it's nice. Let's get a view of what it looks like once again. But yeah, have you guys seen Dunkirk? If you've seen it, what did you guys think about it? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for my next movie day. Bye.